this point, it's about, the fact that big games, we played a bunch of big games before, we played a lot of games. Now we got to go play our best game, and that's got to be the focus. We knew this was going to be a long haul all the way to where we are right now, and we need to be fresh this time of year, even though when you start way back in February and in January, well, around this time last year really is where we were about a year ago. When you look all the way ahead, you say to yourself, okay, where do we need to be? How do we need to go? And it's one thing to put a plan together. That has to be on point, but it's nothing to execute it. So to your point, we'll continue that preparation this week and make sure we're fresh to go in the game. But yeah, Mick to me is the best there is in the business, and his staff is equally as good. Not only they bring energy and passion every day, in the Woody, but also just the understanding of sports science. I think his staff does a great job of the old-fashioned work ethic and discipline and leadership and accountability and resilience mixed in with the sports science of every day taking a look at the workloads and even going into this for the first time ever in the playoffs. What was the workload? How do we adjust things, which we did, and how we practiced a little bit. There's going to be over 100 bricks when it's all said and done in that foundation. And when you get to this point and you look at that, it makes you realize where you are right now, and that you were able to withstand some storms along the way, which in the first day of preseason camp, that's exactly what we talked about. And but now we got to go finish it. We got to finish it. It's one thing to build the foundation up to this point. Now you got to go finish it off. And this is the first time we get a chance to finish it this week, and there's a big part of that as well. It's one thing to build the foundation. It's another thing to go finish the job, and that's what we got to get done this week.
Dan Hope,
favorite at Ohio State, and just getting his
point. To think too much about that right now is kind of over here, and I'm with you. I think you're dead on. I think it's worth a lot of conversation. I think when you start to get into that, though, as a coach or as a player, it can be a distraction. And one of the things that we're trying to do this week is eliminate all distractions. Like, what's happened in the past doesn't matter. What's happening moving forward doesn't matter. All that matters is winning this game right now, and then we can kind of figure out what that is. And I think, pressure, whatever you call it, the way that you just continue to work during those moments is to focus on right now, and just focus on your job and focus on what's in front of you, because the rest of it doesn't matter. And that's kind of what I'm going to focus on right now. I do think that there's great conversation to be had about that down the road and what comes with it, because it isn't the same as a lot of other places. It's just different. But I'm proud of our guys and the way that we've stuck together throughout the year. And so now we're just going to have a great day of practice. That's it. And no distractions. Every year is different. Every game is different. And, how we want this to turn out is going to be based on our execution. That's it. And so that's why we got to go in really, really prepared, play with great confidence, and attack from the first play.
Spencer Olbrich.
What a national championship could do for that conversation that you've been trying to have.
That's it. That's it. You got to leave no doubt. That's it. And whether it's a game or a season, that's it. We got to finish this thing the right way. And whether you're talking about that foundation and building what you wanted to get done this season and finishing it the right way, or leaving no doubt, all those things come into play. And it was all about for this moment right here. So we've been working towards this moment. Now we just got to go again, have a great week of practice, and then as we get later in the week, start really diving into taking care of our minds, bodies, and souls to go play in this game. So it's going to be a battle.